Hello everyone and welcome to the show. Every now and then, I like to bring you reviews on more obscure games. And there can be many reasons for that obscurity. A smaller publishing house, a tiny distribution channel, or it's just plain bad. All of them apply to a little game called Forest. That's the topic for today's video. I'd definitely like to do a compilation of what I consider the top 10 worst games for the Atari 2600 console. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that. If I did, this would definitely be a contender. Right up there with Ultravision's Karate and Atari's Pac-Man. Forest is a 1983 adventure game developed by Taiwanese company Tangs Electronics and published in Europe by Sancho. A number of the 7 or so Sancho games were pirated by Panda and Froggo, but not this one, and from what I can tell, it was a totally original game. I first thought it might have been a demake of the arcade game Timber. After all, they both involve chopping down trees while avoiding various animals. In Timber's case, you have to make a quota of trees chopped within a time limit while the bear throws beehives at you. In case the style of the characters look familiar, this was programmed by Scott Morrison, the guy who did Tapper. Forest has birds dropping stones on you. Timber also has birds that fly out of the trees. You can catch them for extra points. They both came out in 1983, so I guess the jury is still out on whether one influenced the other. I must admit that I really do like the box art on this game. The woodsman is rocking, and the animals foreshadow the ones you'll meet in the game. You can tell the graphic wasn't ripped off something else. And check out this so-called screenshot on the back of the box. Something unlike anything you will see in the game. The story goes like this. You are a poor woodcutter who wants to get to the forest and chop down trees so he can support his family. But alas, a mean old wicked witch has cast a spell on all the animals in the forest. Instead of being his friends, the animals are all trying to attack him. Aw, definitely a sad story. The box description alludes to the woodcutter breaking the witch's spell, but you never meet the witch, or actually do anything other than avoiding animals and chopping trees. Upon loading the game, this is what we see. There is no title screen, but at least it is running in a demo-type mode. Instead of the big woodsman we saw on the cover art, what we do see appears to be a skinny girl sporting a pink ponytail. But actually, it's just his manly pink axe resting on his shoulder. As far as the rest of the screen, it's not too bad for the 2600, with the cabin in the background, clouds, and an Activision-type sunset. Hitting reset, we are greeted with a short off-tune jingle. It definitely sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it. Maybe a sped-up version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. If you recognize it, let me know in the comments below. Whatever it is, it starts getting on the nerves pretty quickly, so you might find yourself turning it off or turning it down. The manual says there is a time limit of 5,000 points for each woodcutter. What? Points? The on-screen timer is also too fast for seconds, so maybe 5,000 ticks of the timer to cut down your tree. And you have 5 woodsmen to cut down as many as you can. You can either jump over or kill the animals with your axe. The various animals you encounter will be low-flying birds, boars, and snakes. But you can't kill the snakes, you have to jump over them. You also have an overhead bird dropping stones on you. The stones will freeze you for about 2 seconds, making you vulnerable for any animals coming your way. So now that we know the gameplay, let's take a look at a complete round. So after 2 treeless screens in the forest, you happen upon one enormous tree in the center of the 3rd screen. You need 4 chops on each side to cut it down. You can also scurry a small bit up the tree to avoid the animals. After your 8 chops, you're abruptly carried back to the beginning to start over again with faster animals. That's it. No congratulations or remaining counter screen or even total number of trees cut down. Just back to the start. So repeat playability is not too high on this particular title. Have you ever played this game or even heard of it? Let me know. Well, that's all for this review. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a comment and a like. And subscribe if you want to see more videos. If you have any recommendations, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, take care.